Good morning, students. Welcome back to the class. Students, in previous video, we had solved sum number 13 on page number 61. Now let's continue. Come to the question number 14 on page number 62. Out of 1500 students of a college, 900 were boys and of them 250 were in science stream. 250 girls were in commerce stream. Present this data in appropriate table. Now students, we have two attributes. One is stream and second is gender. We have two streams, science and commerce, and two gender, boys and girls. So as you can see a table on the board that there are two streams, science and commerce, and two gender, boys and girls. As we learned earlier that this block indicates nothing but the boys who studied in a science. This block indicates the number of girls who studied in a science, and this block indicates the total number of students who studied in a science. Same as this block indicates the total number of boys who studies in science and commerce. And the final one, this block indicates the total number of students who studied in a college. Now, out of 1500 students of a college, so we have total 1500 students in a college. We will record this value in the last column. 900 were boys and of them 900 were boys. These are the total number of boys. So, total number of boys that are 900. It isn't mentioned whether they are studying in science or in commerce. So total number of boys were 900 and of them 250 were in science stream. Among them, among 900, 250 studied in a science. So number of boys who studies in a science are 250. Next one, 250 girls were in commerce stream. 250 girls studied in a commerce, so we will record this value into this block. So you can see a girls on the upper side and commerce stream on the left side. So total number of girls who studied in a commerce are 250. Now with the help of this data we will find the remaining values. So how to start? First of all, 1500 minus 900 will be 600. So 9 plus 6, that is 50. 900 minus 250, so it is 650. Now 650 and 250, the sum of these two values is 900. As we know that 1500 is the sum of the total number of studying in a science and total number of students who studies in a commerce. So sum of these two blocks should be 1500. So 1500 minus 900, that is 600, and finally 600 minus 250 will get 350. As you can check, so 350 plus 250 will be 600. Okay, now let's come to the next one. Now students, let's come to the page number 63. The sums that are in section E, or the remaining sum that I left, we have solved such type of sums earlier in previous videos. So we will solve the unique sum that haven't solved yet now. So come to the page number 63, sum number 5. Obtain less than type and more than type cumulative frequency distribution from the following frequency distribution. Friends, in previous video we convert the frequency distribution less than or more than into the original frequency distribution. In previous video we discussed about the less than type and more than type frequency distribution into the original frequency distribution. Right now, today we will convert the original frequency distribution into less than type and more than type that has been asked in the questions. So we have a class and the frequencies are given. So there are three frequencies whose lies between 25 and 29. Three frequencies are lies between 25 and 29. 8 frequencies lies between 30 and 34. One more thing friends, you can see that the upper limit is 29 of the first class and the lower limit of is 30 in second class. You can see both values are not same. If the upper limit of a class and lower limit of the succeeding class are not same, we can say it is an exclusive type of frequency distribution. Okay, we had discussed this in one of the videos. Now to convert into less than type and more than type, we need to find the lower boundary points. So the formula of lower boundary point is equal to mid value minus C upon 2. Now what is mid value? Mid value is the average of lower limit and upper limit. So 25 plus 29 upon 2. 25 plus 29 upon 2, that is 27. So mid value of the first class is 27. Okay. So mid value of the first class is 27 minus, what is C? C is a class length, you can see. So 25 and 30, right? So there is the class length is 5. So we input the value 5 upon 2. So 27 minus 5 by 2, that is 2.5. Now 27 minus 2.5 will get 24.5. So this is the lower boundary point of the first class, 24.5. Now friends, as I told you that the class length is 5, so we need not to find the lower boundary point of each class by calculation. But as we know that the class length is 5, we just need to add 5 in each of the lower boundary point. So 24.5 plus 5, that will be 29.5. Then plus 5, that is 34.5, plus 5, 39.5, and so on. So 44.5, 49.5, is 54.5, and finally 59.5. So we will use all the lower limits and upper limit of the last class. I repeat, we will use all the lower limits and the upper limit of the last class. So you can see 59.5. Now friend, as I told you that 3 frequency lies between 25 and 29. So this is the less than type frequency distribution. Less than type mean what? Less than 24.5. There are no frequencies which are less than 25 because the frequency starts from the 25. So we can see that 24.5, the less than 24.5, there is no frequency. So we will write 0. Now the frequencies that less than 29.5, again I repeat that this is the less than type frequency distribution. So we will read less than. So less than 24.5, less than 29.5, less than 34.5, and so on. So less than 29.5, so less than 29.5, there are 3 frequencies because this frequency starts from 30. So this frequency 3 is less than 29.5. So we add 3 in the first frequency, that will be 3. Now the third one, less than 34.5. Less than 34.5, this frequency starts from 35. Here less than 34.5 means the upper frequencies are less than 35. So 3 plus 8, that is 11. Or in the other way, we just need to add the next one into the previous cumulative frequency. So 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. Now 11, add the next one, that is 10, it is 21. 21 plus 5, it is 26. 26 plus 15, it is 41. 41 plus next one, that is 8, will get 49, and 49 plus 1, finally we'll get the total of the frequency. As you sum all the frequency, you will get 50. So less than type of frequency distribution starts from 0 and end with the total number of frequencies. Starts with 0 and end with total number of frequencies. Now let's come to the more than type of frequency distribution. So again we need to find the lower boundary point that starts again with 24.5. Just copy this one. So 29.5, 34, 29, and this 54.5, and finally 59.5. Now it is more than type of frequency distribution. So we will read more than. So more than 24.5. As we can see, all the frequency starts from 25. All the frequency starts from 25. So how many frequencies are there that are more than 24.5? So we can say that all the frequencies are more than 24.5. So the sum of that frequencies is 50. Now second one is more than 29.5. So more than 29.5. So 29 ends here. So the remaining frequency more than 29. So 29 ends here. So more than 29. All these remaining frequencies are more than 29. So we just subtract 3 from the total. So 50 minus 3 will get 47. And as we understood the concept, we just subtracted the value one by one. So just copy 47 minus, subtract the next one, that is 8, will get 7, that is 39. Now 39 minus next one, that is 10, will get 29. 29 minus next one, as you can see, 5, will get 24. Then 24 minus 15, 5, 19, it is 9. 9 minus next one, that is 1, and 1 minus 1, 0. Okay. So friends, you can see in the less than type frequency distribution, the cumulative frequency starts with 0 and ends with the total number of frequency 5. In more than type of frequency distribution, you can see the reverse calculation that starts with 50 and ends with 0. Hope you understand. Let's come to the next one. Okay. Now let's come to the question number 6. The following data refers to the daily absence of workers in a factory during 30 days. Prepare an appropriate frequency distribution and hence obtain less than type cumulative frequency distribution. Students, that data given to us, the lowest value is 0 and the highest value is 6. So the range of this data, highest value is 6 and lowest is 0, that is 6. As we see that the range is not too much high, so we will represent this data in discrete frequency distribution. So the lowest value is 0 and highest value is 6. Lowest value is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now the second column is showing the tally marks. What is tally mark? The straight vertical line is called the tally mark. So as the data given, the first value is 0, so we will put one tally mark in front of 0. The second one is 1, so we put one tally marks against 1. The third value is 4, so we will put one tally mark against 4. Students, as I learned this earlier, to save our time, I pause the video and will do the calculation the next level. So I put tally marks against each values. Now friend, let's count the tally marks, that is 1, 2, 3, and the cross line, that is 5. 5 plus 2, 7, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 4, 2, and 1. So the total is is 30. Okay. Now let's convert these values into the less than type frequency distribution. Less than type frequency distribution. So 5 workers have absence 0 in a month, right? So 5 workers are there whose absence is 0. So first of all, let's copy all the numbers that is given to us from 0 to 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally the 6. Now the cumulative frequency. Okay, so the first cumulative frequency is 5. Now add the next one. So 5 plus 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12. Now add the next one. It is 17. Add the next one. 23. Add the next one. It is 27. Then 27 plus 2, it is 29. And finally 29 plus 1, the total number of frequency. In previous video, I told you that in a less than type of frequency distribution, the cumulative frequency starts with 0, right? Just in previous sum, I told you that in a less than type of frequency distribution, the cumulative frequency starts with 0. But in this sum, you can see the cumulative frequency does not start with the 0. Why? Because what I wrote here, the absence 0 or less, not less than 0. Okay, just focused on this statement that it is 0 or less. So 5 workers are there whose absence is 0. So 0 or less, so we'll count these 5 workers in a cumulative frequency, and then we add the succeeding frequencies into the previous one. Okay, so now let's come to the next one. Question number 7. There were 850 students studying in a higher standards of a school. The number of students in the standard 10, 11, 12 were in the proportion 854. In standard 10, the number of boys is 30% of the number of the students in a school. In standard 11, the number of boys and girls are equal. In standard 12, the number of boys is 3 times the number of girls. Present above data into tabular form. So again we have data in which 2 attributes are given: standard 10, 11, 12, and gender, boys and girls. As we understood in previous videos and previous sums, that this block indicates nothing but the number of boys who are studying in standard 10. This block indicates the number of girls who are studying in a standard 10, and this block indicates the total number of boys and girls who are studying in a standard 10, and so on. This last block indicates the total number of students who are studying in a school, right? So there were 850 students studying in a higher standard. 850, these are the total number of students who are studying in a school. Now friends, the number of students in standard 10, 11, 12 were in the proportion 854. The proportion is, the ratio is 8, 5 and 4. Now we need to divide the total number of students into 3 standards. So the sum of these all ratios, 8, 5 and 4, 13 plus 4, that is 17. So the number of students in standard 10 is equal to total number of students into, the ratio is 854. So the first ratio indicates standard 10, second standard 11, and third standard 12. So 8 represents the number of students in standard 10. The total is 17. So we will divide it by 17. Now friend, 17 5s are 85, 5 8s are 40, that means 100 students are there in standard 10. Now the number of students in standard 11, 850 into, as we can see, 5 is the ratio of 11 upon 17, again 17 5s are, then 5 5s are 250, so 250 students are there in 11 standard. And finally in standard 12, 850 into, the ratio is 4, the total ratio is 17, 17 5s are, 5 4s are 20. So 400 students are there in 10th standard, 250 are there into 11th standard, and 200. Now the sum of all three value is 850, right? Students, the calculation, the working note that I have done on the board, it is not compulsory in examination. You can divide all this value with the help of the calculator. So let me give you a trick how to find the direct value. So first of all, there are 850 students. So write 850 divide by the total number of ratio, that is 17. So 850 divided by 17. Now do not press the equal button, but instead press the button of multiplication. I repeat, do not press the equal button, right? Instead press the button that indicates the multiply, right, twice. Then as the ratio is 854, so 8 and equal to will get 400, 5 and equal to, that is 250, and 4 and equal to, that is 200. Let me repeat. First of 850 divided by 17, do not press the equal button, but instead press the multiplication button twice. Then 8 equal to, 5 equal to, and 4 equal to. You will get all the values that we have found. Now, in standard 10, the number of boys is 30% of the number of students. 30% of number of students studying in a school. So total number of students studying in school is 850. 850. Now 30% of it, that is 255. So 255 are the boys who studying in 10th standard. Right. Next one. In 11th standard, the number of boys and girls are equal. In standard 11, the total number of students are 250. Now it says that the number of boys and number of girls are equal. So we will divide this value into two equal parts. So 125 and 125. Next one. In standard 12, the number of boys is 3 times the number of girls. In standard 12, the number of boys are 3 times the number of girls. Suppose the number of girls is 1. The number of girls is 1. So the number of boys, that is 3 times. So number of boys, that is 3 times. So we will get the ratio 3:1. Now we will divide 200 in the ratio 3:1. Will get 150 and 50. So 150 plus 50 will get 200, and you can see the number of boys are 3 times the number of girls. So when we multiply 50 by 3, we will get 150. Right? Now let's find the remaining values. So sum of all these values, 5 plus 5, that is 10, 6, 7, 8, 30, 530. Now 400 minus 255. So the 5, 4, 1, 144. Now the sum of this, 5 plus 5, that is 10. Carry 1, 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 5, that is 12, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 320. Now the sum of 530 plus 320 will get 850. Okay. Question number 8. in 2013 there were 1200 students studying in a school, and of them, so 1200 students studying in year 2013, and among them 400 were girls. Among them 400 were girls. It clearly means 800 boys are there. Now 50 girls were not residing in hostel. 50 girls were not residing in a hostel. Not residing in a hostel. There are 50 girls. In all, 600 boys were residing in hostel. 600 boys residing in hostel. In hostel, number of boys, there are 600 residing in a hostel. Right? Before going further, let's fill all the remaining values. As I explained you earlier, so there are 3 boys columns, 1, 2 and 3, that is in a total. So the sum of this and this block is the total. Okay, so we can see the total boys are 800. Among them 600 residing in a hostel. It clearly means the remaining 200 are not from hostel. Then the total number of girls are 400 who are not living in hostels are 50. So 400 minus 50, 350 girls who residing in a hostel. Now the sum 600 plus 355, that is 950. 200 plus 50, that is 250. Now in 2014 there is increase of 20% in the number of boys. 20% increase in number of boys. So the 20% of 800, 160, that is increase. So total number of boys will be 960. We add 20% to the 800, will get 960, and the number of girls increased by 30%. So 30% of 400, that is 120, and the total girls in 2014 are 520. Now the sum 0, 8, 40. So 1480 is the total. Now during this year 260 boys and 100 girls were not residing in hostel. Not residing in hostel, the number of boys is 260 and number of girls who is not residing in a hostel, that is 100. So sum of them is 360. Okay, before going further, let's complete the remaining data. So the total number of boys 960, not residing in 260. So 700 boys are there who residing in hostel. So 700 plus 260 is equal to 960. Finally, girls, there are 520. Girls is not residing in hostel, 100. So 520 minus 100 is 420. Now the sum is 1120. Okay, now the last one. In the year 2015, 140 boys and 100 girls were newly admitted in the school. 140 boys added. In 2014, the number of boys were 960, and says that 140 boys added. So 960 plus 140 will get 1100, and 100 girls were newly admitted. So 100, it will be 620. So the total is 720. Now the last statement says, in the school and all of them resided with the hostel students. We added 140 into the boys and 100 into the girls. All new students residing in a hostel with the previous one. So in 2014 there are 700 students who residing in a hostel. 140, when we add it, we'll get 840, and the 100 to the girls, that is 520. Now the sum is 1360. Okay, so 1100 minus 840, 1100 minus 840, that is 260. 620 minus 520, that is 100, and 260 plus 100, that is 360. Now students, this is the end of the sum and also the end of the chapter. So we have solved all type of sum diagrams from this chapter. We will start a new chapter in the next video. Thank you.